Welcome to another podcast.
To this week's podcast of the Dover Kings. This one brought to you by CeeLo Green and also Crown Royal Apple. Not true, but...
Crown Royale, we're a big Crown Royale drinkers.
So I got this at work for St. Patty's Day, and they had headbands and wristbands.
Oh, you're not wearing the wristbands?
I'm not wearing the wristbands right now, sorry. And they didn't tell me we had them until the end of my shift. But then I felt bad.
For the better.
No, it was great. Got some tips off of it. Our uniforms are just like all black. So like I just wear like a black t-shirt and, nice black khakis.
Oh, that's nice.
And this girl walks in and she's like, I brought a green shirt. I was thinking about wearing it. Do you think they'd be mad like if I broke the dress code or whatever? I was like, look at me. I'm pretty sure since you're going to look cuter in a green shirt than I do in this, they're going to be okay with it. I promise you. But so now I have it. It's really tight though, and it's cutting circulation off, so I'm going to take it.
It's really tight, and it's cutting circulation.
Dude, it's really tight. Still flashing the hospital band from this morning. Yeah, I made it back in the nick of time for this.
No kidding.
I got back to my house about 20 minutes ago. Caleb was here setting up. Thank God he knows how to get into my house.
Yep.
But so I'm gonna
came through the back window.
I'm gonna start it off by telling my little fun doctor story.
Hey, look, we
this
have more
morning.
viewers than Courage.
Hey, huge. But so I go to the doctor for my shoulder. I had to get an MRI, right? So pretty standard, but they have to inject this fluid into it so that they can see where the stuff is, and then they do the MRI. It's a whole deal. So first of all, I get there, and we're like 45 minutes behind. My appointment's supposed to be at 11. They don't even come talk to me till like 11:45.
Nice.
And I'm like,
Wasn't awake by then,
holy crap. So then I just keep asking them. I'm like, what is the timeline on this? Like, how long? I got to be somewhere at 2. I'll reschedule if needed. Nobody could give me a timeline. As if it was like some top like secret order that I just couldn't know about. There was no timeline. I was like, okay. But that's just annoying doctor room stuff, right?
Yup.
So I go back, the whole thing, and I get, changed or whatever, and I go back and to the injection room, and they're like, we're gonna be trying a new piece of machinery today. So there's gonna be some observers. There's gonna be more people in the room than usual, just so you know.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, you gotta learn somehow, right? So I walk in. There's probably like 5 people in the room. I'm like, okay. So I just thought they'd be standing there, right, watching. And it's kind of like an X-ray type thing. So they got to so they're all putting on like their heavy lead suits, like strapping in the front. Like, I kid you not, the radiologist is like, as if like they were a SWAT team about to breach the door behind me. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? And I'm sitting there in my gown like, am I okay? And they like bring out this little square like lead thing. They're like, you're gonna sit on that. I was like, good. I feel super protected.
I feel better now.
Yeah. So then I'm laying there and he's asking me questions and they stick the needle in to, numb it.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, like you didn't flinch. So I was like, okay, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not afraid of needles at all, right? Doesn't bug me.
Does heroin?
I do that all the time. But then I'm sitting there and he's like, I got to make sure I got it in the right spot. So he's pressing on the needle as if my muscle is Jell-O and he's like pushing it up and down. I was like, I get that you anesthetic. Still feel that, but that's fine. It's all right. Whatever. And while that's happening, there's like this big, great machine over me. And there's like 5 people toying with it. All the people that I thought were going to be observers were all toying with the machinery. And I'm like, okay, don't we get to a point where like maybe too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Like, can't you like sit over there and watch? Because I'm a little scared. So it's just a really odd situation. And he was telling me, all this stuff. And now my shoulder's numb and it feels big
and
because
there's water in it.
Yeah, so now if I move it, I can still hear the water inside of it. It's really weird. But anyways, they get done with that, whatever. I have to sign a consent form. And they send me over to the MRI. Because technically I could get an infection. Yeah. But whatever. So they send me over to the MRI. And, like, I've done MRIs before, right? You put your headphones on, they give you music, you slide in, they're like, don't move, and you're like, okay. So I'm in there, and I'm laying down, and they try to, like, stabilize my right arm, right? And all he keeps saying is, stay still, don't move, stay still. I was like, okay. Like, I was going to go in there and do push-ups. Like, what? I'm in a tube. What do you want me to do?
Trying to do a plank, like, shaking.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I'm just getting my ab core in today. So, he's like, he's like trying to stabilize my arm, and he's building it, like, with just random things around the room.
Yeah. He,
like, puts a piece of foam under, and then he puts, like, a pillow, and then, like, a towel, and then he puts a lead thing on my arm to, like, counterbalance it. It was almost as if you walked into, like, a hoarder's house, and in the corner, they had, like, a bunch of books, and on top of that was, like, a toaster oven, and then, like, a Ken Barbie doll, and then, like, a shoe and a lamp.
What
like,
the hell?
Just the most random shit, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, don't move.
You're just like...
I was like, okay.
Okay, sounds good. I got this.
So we go through, like, the first, 10-minute scan that they do.
Yeah.
And I knew it made big noises, right?
Yeah.
It's dead silent. And I'm like, okay, stay still. I'm good. Got my music on. Whatever. Radio's playing. All of a sudden, out of dead silence, it sounds like Al Pacino and his little friend is shooting through the door at me. So I jumped. I literally was sitting there. I was like, oh, God. Like, how am I not supposed to? And he's like, are you okay in there? We got some movement. I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Sorry, sir. So my body starts twitching, and at this point, like, my muscle is, like, it's now becoming not numb.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to not move it, but I feel my shoulder muscle, like, spasming because the anesthetic is wearing off.
You're just like, well.
I'm like, okay, sorry your Lincoln Log Castle under my right arm isn't holding it straight. Like, what do you want? So I'm sitting there, and every time he's like, okay, so that one's good. We had a little movement. This time, try to stay still. I'm like, dude, I am this went on, like, my MRI was like an hour.
My God.
Every, like, 6-7 minutes, he'd be like, try to stay still this time. I'm like,
what are you doing?
Dude,
shaking in there?
Apparently shaking in my boots. Like,
okay.
At this point, like, I'm on the 4th time hearing Ariana Grande's, like, thank you, next. You'd be doing this a little bit in there, too. Like, my skin was crawling. I was like, change it. I just need some Panic at the Disco or something. Like, I was losing my... And I'm not claustrophobic or anything, but I was losing my mind. And they just kept saying, okay, don't move. We're going to pull you out. Don't move. Okay, you're going back in. Do not move. And I was like,
do not move.
I'm going to strangle somebody.
Did you end up strangling someone?
I didn't. And then at the end, they, like, put me in, like, this weird, like, chicken wing position, as if, like, Vin Diesel in The Pacifier was wrestling me in the gym. And I'm like, even if my shoulder didn't hurt, I would not be able to hold this position. Like, it's going to be a 5-minute scan. Do not move. I was like, my back is cramping. So, anyways, how was your morning?
Well, I did have a weird morning. I woke up at 11. No, I woke up at like 9.
That is weird.
I was like, I had to go pee really bad.
Sure.
Like,
happens to the best of
stomach
us.
hurting, have to go pee bad. Sprints upstairs, still, like, rubbing my eyes out while I'm running. Go pee. Kit went back downstairs, went to sleep.
Nice.
Woke up at like 12. It was like actually 12 on the dot. Then I swear to God, I went back to sleep, and I had a dream, right? Like I remember the dream still.
Okay.
I wake up from this dream thinking it's gonna be like 12:30, like 1. It was 12:04. And I was like, what?
I love those 4-minute vivid dreams.
I was like, excuse me?
Where you think you're hallucinating a little bit?
Well, and then I like woke up and I was like, okay, I think it's time to go down to like, come here. I look at my phone. It's 12:04 and I'm like, well, I'm just not going anywhere yet. But yeah, no, otherwise not. That was my morning.
Pretty normal?
I said goodbye to my sister and then came here.
Mama J with the Panera. Thank you so much.
And the green tea.
Okay, if you haven't had Panera's green tea, it's by far the best.
Well...
Oh, I don't want to turn the Xbox on, so I'll leave that there.
Well... But yeah, no, I had a great morning then.
Yeah, I'm glad. I also had stitches taken out of my neck this morning, so I've been up.
He's doing a lot.
Today was my medical day.
He's doing the most. It's really...
Well, the problem is, it's my only day that I have technically off of work. So I have to schedule everything for Wednesdays. If I need to do anything, it's got to be that day.
Yeah.
But my boss actually she like scheduled us for like the next month. So it's good that I actually know what's going on now. But plus I'm gone. I leave next Thursday and I'm gone for like almost a week.
Going to Cali.
Going back out to see the Cali folk.
He's going to be vlogging people, so go follow him at
Yeah, it's going to be
Palms.
the start of my vlog.
Dova
Could be a
Palms.
flop, could be a success. We don't know. We'll see. But, okay, so you know how I was telling you? I got into a really deep, weird hole of ASMR yesterday.
Yes.
So I watch...
What is her name?
It's her YouTube account is Maddie ASMR.
Oh my God, I saw the video you watched.
You know what I mean?
Literally see Maddie ASMR
Yep.
recommended for you. I check up and I was like, God damn it, this is the one you watched.
Here's the thing, right? I watch a lot of YouTube, just like random videos, and anything from like interviews to gaming videos.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like recommended for you, Maddie ASMR. I'm like,
yes.
and it's her in like a doctor's thing, and it's like ASMR roleplay eye checkup. So the little, thing in the back of my head is like, you gotta check this out.
Of course.
So I checked it
A
out.
little thing in the back of your head.
And it was really, really weird. And I was like, I shouldn't be watching this, but I am. And then I kept watching her other videos. And it was like,
Are you all right?
my favorite ASMR sounds. And she was like popping candle tops. And
Yeah.
she's got like 2 mics. And she would go, I'm going to talk.
Yep, and then your left ear, and then she'd go to your right
over
ear.
Here. And I'm literally laying on the couch like this. I'm like, what's happening to me? And she's got a bunch of different role playing.
Yeah.
She had like a male like spa role play. She had one where like I watched probably half of this one where she role played that she was tailoring me for a suit
Oh, how was that?
in ASMR. I mean, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a slim fit. That's all I'm gonna say.
I watched that one.
You did? I know you did, dude. She's like, let me get my measuring tape out.
I
here.
know, and you're like, oh God.
And you're kind of like, I shouldn't be watching this, but it's so intriguing.
I just think like
She's got a good voice for it.
I think
not
it's
in a
funny.
creepy way, but like she's got a good voice for
like
ASMR.
I don't get like they say like tingles when you watch those.
I get little like goosies on the back of my neck, but it's the same kind of goosies
You
that
call
like.
them goosies instead of goosebumps.
Well, I watch World of Dance and J-Lo calls them goosies. So.
All right.
But no, it's the same feeling I get when like I get a haircut.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that back, like the back of your neck when like you're getting like somebody's like cutting the back of your hair and you're like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get.
All right. Okay, fair. I understand that. No, I just get super tired, and then I fall asleep after I'm done.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go back. I might go back.
Yeah, you're gonna go back. What are you saying?
And then she was vlogging, so I had to watch her vlog just to see what she sounded like normally when she wasn't whispering to me.
Yeah.
And she's from Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
She a country girl.
my God.
Country girl.
Shake it for me. Oh God.
Do some ASMR.
My Lord Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so I got down a path, and it was kind of weird, and
He liked it.
I kind of liked it.
He liked it.
I liked it.
He liked it.
So go check out Maddie ASMR, I guess is what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
shout
say.
out.
I take offense to that country accent. All right, Corcoran, let's simmer down. Just because you own a pig doesn't mean you're country.
Just because your pig's name
Actually,
is
I think
Wisconsin
I
doesn't...
think that's exactly what it means.
Ariana Grande has a pig.
Yeah, she ain't country.
She's not country.
Dude, thank you, next. That's what I'm saying, though.
Break up with the girlfriend, I'm bored.
Is that a line in that song?
No, that's a different song that she made.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't do it, dude. The funny part is I love her voice. I just don't like the music she makes. Like she sing like
Seven Rings is pretty good.
I've heard her sing like videos of her singing like musical theater and jazz and all these different genres of music. She's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I just don't like thank you next. Thank you next. I'm like, yes, I'm turning it off.
Yes, I'm turning it off.
Thank you. I will next it actually. Fast forward. But
music's not catered for you. It's
I
catered
just
for girls.
Fair. You'd be surprised the amount of guys that enjoy Ariana Grande.
Oh no, I meant like the thank you next, like that, like and like.
Oh well, yeah,
like
the message
that.
isn't
messages in the
hitting me
songs.
hard or anything, but
Ow, stuck my finger.
what? Oh, I was like, what?
I got stuck.
I enjoy your songs.
We're
That's
talking-
fair,
we're
dude.
talking
I don't
to
really
LV
like
or Becca here.
today's pop music. You know what I mean? I don't really enjoy.
I can't think of who's today's pop music right now.
I mean, Shawn Mendes.
I can do 1 or 2 songs of his.
He's got good. It's not the music I listen to.
In My Blood. Oh, wait, is that a song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I prefer the John Mayer version of that.
Fair.
But
John Mayer's
I mean,
good.
it's not the same song at all. It's a different song. But yeah, I don't know.
I
Like
like George Ezra.
2008 pop was way better.
Bro,
Heck
Kesha?
yeah. I guess yeah. If you're
Excuse me?
counting George Ezra, I guess he's pop maybe.
Mm.
Yeah,
He's played on the radio.
yeah. Doesn't mean he's pop.
I don't know.
There's
He plays on
different
pop
stations.
radio stations.
Yeah, I don't know.
I count 101.3 as pop.
Although I still like I get it. I still don't really count Brendan Urie as pop. Even though like High Hopes is a pop song,
Yeah.
I don't count Panic at the Disco as a pop.
No,
Band.
I don't count him as a pop.
You know what I mean? And they play. Maybe that's why I don't love High Hopes. It's because it's
a
not.
poppy song.
It's not like their other music.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyways,
That was a big tangent of what
Big
we're not
tangent.
even talking about today.
today's topic
Is
complete
March Madness.
March Madness. It's all I've been surrounded with for the past week. Working. I mean, I worked like Thursday to Sunday during all of the games, pretty much. So I didn't get to watch all of them, and it was actually the first time this year that I actually like sat down and kind of enjoyed watching the games because I was so tired from working that I was like, let's just sit down and watch some basketball. And there were actually some good games going on. So
It's a lot of blowouts.
yeah, there were quite a few.
It took to round 2 for them to even be like an overtime game. Not like that's like bad,
There were
but even like a close game that got to overtime.
Yeah, there were a lot of games. Well, I feel like blowout towards the end of the game. There were a lot of games that were like tied at half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first half of a lot of games were
I mean,
great.
look at the Gophers game, for example.
Yeah.
We got smoked in the first half,
Yeah.
but then the second half was way better.
Yeah.
But
So I'm just going to pull up the do you have a bracket?
yeah, my bracket.
Okay. I can't remember all the teams that made it from all the games. So I'm
See,
just going to pull
I
up.
even count like Wisconsin losing by 18. That's a blowout and a half.
Yeah. I always try to like yeah, LV just said there's still a perfect bracket left though for this end of the tournament. Yeah. Well, also I feel like this year, if you look at the bracket this year, this is one of the years that it's possible to have a perfect bracket this far. There weren't a lot of like there was no, UMBC, upset. And all the upsets UC Irvine was UC Irvine was like projected to be the best 13 seed in the league.
Yeah.
Marquette was a huge upset. Who played Marquette? You know what I mean? So like, and K-State was missing their best player, and then, Oregon over Wisconsin. As much as I hate to say it, I predicted that upset because Wisconsin, they're all good players, but if you look at their last couple games going into the tournament, they were struggling to make a couple shots. They were taking good shots. They were just struggling a little bit.
Oh yeah, Murray State beating Marquette is
Murray State.
yeah.
Also Summit City Alt, Fucks Goody, amigos. What's up, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm phenomenal. Huge. I mean, yes, Murray State beating Marquette on paper is an upset, but also, I mean, the guy from Murray State was talked about very highly before the tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they had good talent on that
the
team.
Jay Moran.
How much did they win by?
19.
Chilling here, too. We love that, dude. We love that.
19.
19.
That's
Yeah,
about and a
I mean,
half.
I guess Murray State has the best player in college basketball. Yeah, I agree, Fonda. Like, I didn't count that as that big of a. I mean, I don't know if I would call him the best, but
okay, Fonda.
he's one of the best players. So I wouldn't call that
Hot
big of an
take
upset.
here.
That is
take.
just false. He's one of the best, easily. I think it's hard not to argue that.
I'd love to see where he'd get picked in the draft.
Yeah. So at least I feel like, that wasn't as big of a... People could have predicted it, I'll say that.
I think it would. Well, obviously someone predicted it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like this, it was much more predictable than like some of the upsets last year, per se. I'm just trying to look at the bracket here.
My sister wants me to look at her bracket. She texted me and said, "Look at my bracket." So clearly she's tuning in. By the way,
we love that. I'm trying to find a bracket.
So here's my sister's bracket.
I truly cannot find
1, 2, 3, 4 bracket. My sister only has 5.
That's true, Fonda.
5 losses.
That's actually facts. I'm just trying to pull up here. Second round. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we can kind of just go through the line. Any games you want to talk about specifically. The Minnesota game against Louisville was a big game.
In the first thing?
I'm just going from first round on,
we
since
smacked them the first game.
Yeah, I mean, 1 by 10. That's a big win for Minnesota.
Well, everyone was really worried because everyone thought it'd be a distraction for Patino to play his dad's old team, but I don't get why that would be a big deal at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sort of, but I feel like it's been a while and there's been so much drama with Louisville that he probably could have distanced himself from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I didn't really watch that game. I did see that Murphy was making some big boy plays down low.
The only reason we won that game was we hit... Hold on. We went... Where the heck is the totals? Oh, we went 11 for 27 from 3-point. It's not that great, but we don't hit 3-pointers.
No.
Gophers don't shoot threes, and so when we actually hit 3-pointers, it opens up our other game. Like Jordan Murphy went 7 for 10.
Murphy was
points.
huge down low. How many rebounds did he have?
6.
Okay, that's a decent game.
Amir Coffey had 6 too. Same with the 2.
And Coffey performed. That's the one problem with Minnesota, I will say. As talented as Amir Coffey is, he's just not consistent.
No, I think the Gophers rely too much on Amir Coffey. I believe he's our best player easily, but he
talent wise, yeah, but
he tries to do too much himself. But also like we don't. I watch the games and I'm like, why aren't our other guys moving? Like literally, it looks like our other guys are sucked into the Amir Coffey's best player. Like let him do everything. Mm-hmm. And I think that even hurts Amir Coffey because he can't actually perform his best if he doesn't have teammates that are helping him.
Yeah, no, I mean we have a couple young guys that will probably be good, but
Oturu, Omersa,
so
Coffey is next year.
Yeah, so I mean we have talent
because Jordan Murphy's a senior, he's gone.
Yeah.
Who else is a senior?
I don't know. I don't know the team well enough, to be honest.
Gabe Kelcher's not.
We got our 3 white guys.
Don't put them in the game.
Yeah. The one guy kind of like walks and moves like Bubba.
Which one?
The tallest white guy. If you watch him on the court.
The one with the slicked hair?
Yeah, he doesn't look like Bubba.
Oh my god. Do you know what my dad calls that guy?
What?
Charlottesville. Because he looks like the guy from Charlottesville.
I call him pedo, but...
Wow, he really
when you watch it, no. When you watch him like from behind, the way he like walks and stuff on the court, he kind of looks like Bubba moves on the court.
All right,
just like the way he moves and stuff. I'm sorry, Bubba, if you're watching this later. I'm sorry if that offends you, but LSU beat Yale only by 5. Yale put up a fight.
Yeah, they did actually. I was actually kind of worried for that.
New Mexico State and Auburn, dude.
All right, I need to talk about this game real quick.
Okay, I progressively was looking up at the screen while I was serving.
Where is this game?
I was, progressively looking up and seeing the score.
This game.
But
it's right here.
Here's the thing.
New Mexico State needs to have a talk with that point guard.
Dude,
he had a wide open layup. Dude. All he had to do was lay it up and tie the game.
Well, and then they have the ball underneath their basket.
Yeah.
Inbound play, right?
Yeah.
Draw something up, get to the hoop.
Yeah.
I don't understand why every team tries to make the 3 for the win.
I didn't mind the play, but they didn't make it, so then it's a bad play.
Well, also, did you see the shot?
He was open, he just fell over.
That's the thing. I don't mind the corner 3. If he's got a good corner 3 and he's open, hit him. But he fades away, falling over when he's wide open, and he skyrockets it past. I was like, that's your last shot?
Yeah.
You have an inbound under the basket, And that's the shot you take up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't contested.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, like, you had 2 chances at winning that game.
Yeah.
2 chances.
And sad
to
beat them, though.
It was brutal.
Dude, he just had to lay it up.
Murray State winning. I didn't really watch that game.
Neither.
But
I watched just the big games where I
once again, I mean, that was an upset on the books. I don't think of it as that much of an upset because Murray State still has a good team. You know what I mean? But Murray State's also going to be a 12-seeded team because of the conference they're coming out of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, numbers don't matter that much. It's kind of like UC Irvine. They were on a 17-game win streak coming into the tournament.
Yeah.
They were called one of the best defensive teams in the NCAA.
Yeah. But
they're coming out of some small conference, so they're going to be a 13 seed.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's the seeding, guys, we lap. Same time every week, buddy. I don't know where you've been at. Then wake your ass up. Yeah, fine. Thanks, man. I mean, like I was saying with UC Irvine, like, it all depends. You can have a good team and just be a bad seed. Really, like, the seeds do mean something, obviously, especially when you get to like a 16 seed and a 1 seed.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Once, okay, here's what I've kind of gathered from 16 seeds, because pretty much all of the 16 seed games were close up to half.
Yeah.
NDSU, who played Virginia. Can't remember who played Virginia.
Gweb.
I'll find it.
Gweb.
Oh, GWEBB.
Gweb.
Yeah. Like, they were all close games towards half, but what I realized is, like, first of all, obviously those guys come out gunning. You know what I mean? Like, they come out, they're so amped. They're like, they get the ball rolling. But then the problem is what happens with a lot of teams is come to the second half, you're jacked up, you're like, we're tied with Duke. Oh my God, we're tied with Virginia. And you forget the game plan.
Yeah.
You go, because, so Gweb, I don't remember what it is. GWEBB.
I'm just going to keep calling him Gweb.
So Gweb. They were running this monster pick and roll that Virginia was just struggling to cover.
Yeah.
They were playing it really well in the first half. They come out the second half, toss like 2 threes up and miss them both. And Virginia capitalizes.
Yeah.
And they start to make mistakes, and Virginia, as a 1 seed, is going to capitalize on those mistakes. And then you're just digging yourself a hole. You come out composed into the second half, I think, not that you're going to win it.
Yeah.
But things might go your way a little bit.
That comes with experience.
Comes with experience.
You have college kids who are just giddy that they're a 16 seed.
Well,
beating
also,
a 1
you're
seed
playing such a big team.
Yeah.
Like a Gweb playing Virginia. You know what I mean?
I can't stand that we keep saying Gweb.
LV said you also have to consider who they play during the season. If they are playing dog shit teams and going undefeated, that doesn't mean anything. No, I'm not saying that, but I mean, yeah, they're not playing caliber teams as like a 4 seed, but I mean, Murray State's not playing dog shit teams. They're playing decent basketball programs.
I don't even think they're in.
LaPointer, by the way, when you're done talking about the tourney, not that it'll be soon, we should briefly talk about the new Fortnite ranked. I know nothing about it, so if Gates knows something, we can talk about it after that.
Nothing about it.
Okay, so maybe next podcast we'll do some brushing up.
It's Gardner Webb for the rest.
Thank you.
Can I just keep calling it Gweb
Thank
though,
you.
Fonda?
Okay.
Can I just call
Thank
it
you,
Gweb?
Gardner
I'm
Webb.
keep calling it
I
Gweb.
knew I could not think of the name.
Gweb.
So I mean, I think that's just one thing. Like, now that I've really sat down and watched more games this year, I just kind of noticed that Oregon beating Wisconsin. Obviously, that was a big, not a big upset.
Okay, and also,
like I said, I predicted that upset.
Well, like, okay, so I look at this, right? I'm looking at the Duke versus NDS or North Dakota State.
Yeah, NDSU.
Yeah, that T really threw me off there. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, I'll leave it over there.
Like, looking at NDSU's stats here, they had one guy score 20 points. and one guy scored 11.
NDSU did?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
rest were just low-scoring ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did not play well at all.
No.
Like, if I look at the first half, Duke only scored 31 points in the first half. In the second half, Duke scored 54 points. Like, they just... And like, the thing is, North Dakota State played better in the second half almost. At least on offense. They scored more points. But, like, you just have teams like Duke who... I think... Well, Coach K is a whole nother story.
Breed.
He's a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
But, like, you have these teams, they're like, close with this 16 seed. They go into halftime, they see that. I don't think they're taking it lightly now. They're going to go all out. Like, RJ Barrett, 26 points. Zion, 25 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have no bench points. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cam Reddish had 12. Like, clearly, like, two guys just take over. Like, they shot amazing, too. Both RJ Barrett and Zion both shot over 50%.
Yeah.
Zion went 12 for 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane. Yeah, Duke shot over 50%. Almost 50% three-point shooting.
Yep.
Like, you're not going to... No matter what team you're playing, if that's how you're shooting during that game, you're not going to beat that team.
No.
Because that's not... Clearly, defense was not a thing that game.
Yeah. You were talking about Coach K being a good coach, so I kind of want to branch off to Izzo.
Tom Izzo.
So Tom Izzo, coach of Michigan State, one sec. Fonda said the first half of every college basketball game is a feeling out process.
That
Absolutely.
is very true.
Absolutely. And that's why you're going to see the first half be a little closer.
Except for
unless the Iowa game, second round.
Minnesota second round game was terrible. Speaking of Tom Izzo.
So Tom Izzo, Michigan State, there's all this press around it because he was seen yelling at a player.
When they were up
by a lot. And everybody's freaking out and saying that, like, this is like, can't wait till coaches. This is the last generation of coaches that gets to treat their players like this. It's this whole hypety hype thing. And I, first of all, just think it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You have ex-players talking about this coach so highly. You have the players in the huddle that were there getting yelled at. That freshman who was getting yelled at also was like, Tom Izzo still cares about me so much.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo cares so much about his players. And that's, I think, he's just an intense coach.
He's a very intense coach.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but also I think if you watch that video and you see in that huddle how the players are holding Izzo back. That freshman is going back at Tom Izzo. He's there. It's a conversation. It's not the freshman cowering, getting yelled at by Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
The other players are getting involved. Coaches aren't holding him back.
Yeah.
He's an intense coach. And guess what? He gets results.
Gets shit done.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference between, like, Elvie said it's a love-hate relationship. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a hate relationship. I would say it's an intense love relationship. I don't think there's any hate in it.
Each of you have expectations, and you both are very into the sport you're playing.
Yeah.
So you got to expect something like that.
Like, he finds a coachable moment in everything. Even when you're up and something goes wrong, he finds a coachable moment.
Well, I've never been one to be coast. Like, if I'm up by 12, I'm not telling my players waste time. I'm not telling them to let them score or anything. Yeah. If you're winning by 12, I want to win by 20. I know that's not a popular opinion, especially nowadays. You don't running up the score isn't the best look.
Yeah.
But I would never want my players to coast through a game.
No,
because that's not what you should do.
No, I was watching. There was this thing on. There was this. I can't remember which ESPN announcer was talking about it, but if it were players complaining, then we have a problem. Yeah. Then I say Tom Izzo's doing something. We need to make a change.
Yeah.
Any player that has played under Tom Izzo or around him says that he is a top coach, and he cares about his players more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's these people who see that video, some who probably don't even play sports, and sit on Twitter and complain and say, we need to help that kid out. That freshman, guarantee he does not want Tom Izzo to change how he's coaching.
I bet he doesn't want little Timmy who's on Twitter telling him that his coach is coaching him wrong either.
Also, Tom Izzo's been coaching that way for how many years?
True.
If you go to Michigan State to play basketball, you know what you're getting.
I was going to say, you're also held at a higher expectation.
Yeah. No kid is going in there at 18 and all of a sudden is like, oh shit, this coach is yelling at me. They're like, no, they know the program. They know that style of coaching. They're okay with it and they want it.
Yeah.
Because any player that's getting recruited by Michigan State has other options.
Has a lot of other options.
Has other options. They chose that program for a reason. And Tom Izzo's not a new coach. We've seen it year after year after year. And he gets results and he's a great guy. So
Wonderful guy.
I hate how people are slandering Tom Izzo for no reason. Elvie said, I can't even tell you how many times I got told that I was playing like a mentally challenged person during football. You don't see me crying about it. Okay.
I think it comes with the person.
Yeah. I mean, my dad actually made an example. So he played football at UMD, and they had a very intense coach.
Yeah.
My dad...
That's where Dale gets it from.
Lab said, well, that might be over the top, LOL. My dad always tells the story
Yeah.
that the only positive thing his coach ever said to him in his 4 years of playing, 5 years, was they were in film one day. My dad was a tight end. They were showing a film. My dad caught it, was, on a fly route, caught it, got the touchdown. Probably ran like 25 yards or something. He used to be skinnier back then. And apparently the coach turned around and he said, wow, Krause, I think you're pulling away from him. My dad swears on his grave that is the only good thing that coach ever said to him. But my dad still has the highest respect for him.
Yeah.
But the thing he said that the difference is that these players watching Tom Izzo, they're conversing back. My dad said if his coach ever said something to him or got in his face or yelled at him, they all backed away.
Yeah.
They were scared of him.
Yeah.
They all were like, nope, I'm out. I'm not talking back about that.
Well, I think it's crazy because
no Tom Izzo slander in Dova Gaming. We won't have it. I'm going to start eating my sandwich, by the way. I hope you don't mind.
ASMR.
I'm not going to eat my chips, though, because those will be too crunchy.
One of my favorite coaches in baseball was Kurt Herring. He was our pitcher coach, but...
Oh, I thought you meant... Okay, gotcha.
He's the one who had the kid or whatever.
Yes, adorable little bat boy. That was creepy, wasn't it?
With the beard, yeah. But he wasn't a very, complimenting person, at least while you were playing. And I still remember, one of the only compliments he ever told me was, I wanted to cut you all 3 years before my senior year. And I was like, what? He goes, I wanted to cut you your freshman, sophomore, and junior year. And I sat there and I looked at him and I go, why are you telling me this? Because I didn't get it. It was my senior year, towards the end of the year. And he goes, I wanted to cut you. And I was just like, well, Kurt, thank you. I'll see you again. And he goes, I go, is this supposed to be a compliment or are you coming at me or something like that? And he goes, it's one of the highest compliments I can ever give you. And I'm sitting there like, how?
You're like, hold up. Carry the 2. Okay, I see the
I'm
compliment.
Sitting here, you see the math going on in my head.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Which I know math doesn't go in your head easily.
No. And he literally says, but you proved me wrong. He said he wanted to cut me, but he couldn't cut me those 4 years, basically. And I was like, oh, well, that had a deeper meaning in it. But I was like...
When you're the best bunter in the league, it's hard to do.
When the Champlin radio station goes, this kid's really good at bunting, down
that left field line?
You hear it when you're at the plate and you just start laughing. That is when you know you made it as a bunter. Lap, I'm not going to the bag turning.
Your bunting was talked about around the world. So I guess back to the... He didn't have Gifford, so of course he didn't. Hey, Fonda, Gifford taught me a lot about those matrices. Still one of the most fun classes I had in my 3 years of high school.
Yeah, I had Lombo, so...
Dude.
Nothing against Lombo, just...
Fonda, remember that time that AT brought an entire pyramid of Mountain Dew instead of just a sick 12-pack? Because we used to... So every Friday, it was me, Fonda, Alex Thielen, and Jacob Valancourt, I think, was in there, and one other guy sat at the same table at Gifford's class. And every Friday, we would bring a different Mountain Dew, like 12-pack, and we would give one to Gifford, and we would like each take 2 for ourselves or something. But I don't remember how it started. But one day, AT brought like a pyramid. Dude, Miss Will was awful. Stop that. But anyways, back to the tournament. The only other upset I really saw in the first round was Liberty.
Liberty. God
Liberty
damn
versus
it.
Mississippi State, I guess, could have been said as an upset. First time in the tourney, Liberty made a statement, which could have been the reason. They were coming in hot. They had something to prove.
I was pissed.
They were also only a 12 seed. So, once again, let's think of it. Fonda says standing by his desk during the retakes and just looking at the answer key. Yeah, I'm not going to say his class was difficult.
Well, then.
Great man, though. Great man. I think he's on his 3rd kid now. Huge for him.
Isn't Rob on his 3rd kid?
Rob was on his 3rd kid when we were in school.
Was Rob on like his 5th kid now?
He might be. Interesting.
He likes Mrs. Will, apparently. I never had her either.
Okay, I shouldn't say I hated her. I had her for 1 semester, and it was during pre-calc, which wasn't my jam. So maybe I just took my anger out on Miss Will.
I never did pre-calc.
It was also the year that Eleanor confessed, or the class that Eleanor confessed to me that she was pretty sure, like she thought I was gay.
Oh no.
Up until like junior year.
Oh no.
So that class wasn't great for me.
It's a big.
Just because.
Agreed, LV. Fuck Nelson.
I never had him. Just because you never want to hear that from someone.
Yeah.
Especially a cute girl. But you know what? It's all right. Happens.
No.
It won't be the first time. Wasn't the first time. Won't be the last.
It doesn't just happen.
Well, to me it does, barely. Ohio State beat Iowa State. That was kind of an upset. They were 11. They beat the 6. So, Vatech won, obviously, against St. Louis. Vatech is my team, man. I really think they're a strong team. It's a tough pill to swallow. At least she was a bitch. Yeah, it's fair. I could count it up to that. Okay, so second round we got here. My phone just froze. Dang it.
The Duke versus the FSU game was good.
Oh my gosh.
What a game.
Do you want to... Can you shut that for a second? I'm like blinded on the left side.
Blinded
by the light. If you guys haven't had the turkey bacon Bravo sandwich...
Nope, stop.
Oh, it's kind of dark now. Go that way. Oh, good. Fuck the refs, Cyclone Nation. I didn't watch the game. I will say, I felt like the refs were struggling this tourney. Just consistency-wise.
I didn't watch enough games to see, like...
I felt like there were a lot of inconsistent calls.
I saw a lot of charges.
It's one thing to call a bad game ref-wise.
Yeah.
It bugs me more if you don't call it consistently.
Yeah.
If you're going to let the boys play and don't call stuff all game, fine. If you're going to be very meticulous about every foul, I'd prefer you not, but fine. Just keep it consistent. And I saw a lot of inconsistent games, which really bugged me. Really grinded my gears.
Inside the games, like some in the first half, they'd be like...
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
I guess I didn't watch.
It would come down to the last 2 minutes, and a call that was not made in the first half was now made, and I was like, no. Okay. Now you're trying to change the game. Now you're trying to make the madness of March, and don't do that. Let the boys play.
I didn't watch many games then, because I only watched the Duke games, the Minnesota game, Tennessee game.
Let's see here. What do we got?
Kansas still
Second
watch the
round.
games.
Duke. Okay, so I mean, I feel like, well, first of all, Minnesota lost to Michigan State, which was hard, but also we didn't have Murphy. Not saying that we would have won with Murphy, but Murphy had back problems, and it was definitely...
We got to play on Mersa, and Mersa is my favorite player on that team. Best defensive.
It was definitely harder for us without Murphy.
Yeah.
Another one that hit me hard was the KU. KU lost to Auburn. It was not a pretty game. But I will say KU has had some shitty things happen to them this season.
Yeah, screw that. KU was going to my Elite Eight.
KU, first of all, their top player, Azubuike, broke his hand.
Oh.
I can't remember his name, but they had a player leave mid-season. He had a problem with Bill Self. He just left mid-season.
Love it.
For personal reasons.
Yeah.
Which I would have believed personal reasons, but he has a history of beef with Self, so it's kind of iffy.
Well, that's personal, I guess.
Sure. And then they have a guy who's suspended for 2 years. Listen to this. This grinds my gears. This shows how much power the NCAA has.
All right.
So, you know the scandal with LSU?
No.
LSU is now on their interim head coach right now.
Okay.
Because the head coach was suspended.
Okay.
Because of money. He was given money to prospects to come play for them.
Yeah.
And there was evidence found of him asking for the money, and there was evidence of the money being transferred to the student.
Okay.
Who is now playing there, right?
Yeah.
So the coach was suspended. I can't remember how long. And the LSU player was suspended 2 games.
Yeah.
2 games.
2 games. Okay.
This KU kid
Yeah.
was recruited.
Okay.
There was no evidence. What happened? KU did not give him money. What happened was, KU is an Adidas school, right?
All right.
Adidas sponsors KU.
Yeah.
There was a guy at Adidas trying to get good recruits into Adidas schools, so he paid this student's cousin
Yeah.
like $25,000
Okay.
or something like that. The player, there was evidence that the money never touched the player's hand,
Yeah.
and the player had no idea. 0 idea.
Yeah.
It was from not even the coach to his cousin.
Yeah.
He suspended 2 full years.
Well, 2 years is aggressive.
In the same season, though. And the KU one happened first. He suspended 2 years. This LSU scandal goes down right before the tourney.
Yeah.
LSU kids suspended 2 games. What?
I get why they're both suspended. The 2 years is a bit much.
I mean, I would maybe say a game for the other kid because there's no evidence. So maybe put him on leave while you search for evidence, but there was no evidence.
Yeah.
2 years. And there's hard facts that this happened at LSU. The transfer from the coach to the student.
Yeah.
Student has to sit out 2 games. I'm like, that's bold. And KU can't do anything about it. So now
Yeah.
their recruit had to sit this season, and now has to sit a second season. So KU had a very rough season.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see him go down, especially it was not a close game at all. FSU smacked Murray State.
Yep.
Texas
That's
Tech
also to
beat
say
Buffalo.
Jamorant Murray. What's his name? Isn't Jamorant?
It's like Jamorant, Jiminy Cricket or something like that.
Jiminy Cricket. Jay Morant.
Next. Yeah. That's the one.
Jesus Christ, he scored 30 points that game?
Yeah.
But no one else on his team scored? I mean, 30 points. He had half his team's points.
He tried his best to carry.
They still lost by 28.
He definitely had the team on his back, and it just got a little too heavy for
Little
him down
too
the
much.
stretch. Which I cannot blame him.
Yeah, it was a bit much. Fonda, thanks for stopping by. Good luck in your lab.
I'll talk to you later, dude.
Good chatting with you too.
Thanks for stopping in.
I think if they would have won that game though, that would have made a bigger case for him to be a higher pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm. You know. But also, I mean, with those stats, he's still definitely going to be looked at as a high pick.
Mock draft.
So we got
2019.
Oregon versus UC Irvine, dude. Oregon smacked them.
Yeah.
It's a 12 seed versus a 13 seed. Was not even close.
Yeah.
The first game, I mean, UC Irvine was hitting some good shots, but they were a scrappy team. That's one of the things that led them to beat K-State. K-State was without their best player, granted. But they were scrappy. They were fast. They were playing good defense, and they were causing K-State to foul.
Yeah.
They came out with none of that energy against Oregon.
Yeah.
I watched it from the first minute. It was a different team. They were a true 13 seed against Oregon. And you could just tell from the beginning they were not going to have a good game. It was hard to watch. Purdue beats Nova by a healthy margin. The Iowa-Tennessee game. Now, they lost by 6, but it was much closer than that.
God, Tennessee.
Tennessee's up by 25 at halftime. Now, I'm not a huge Iowa fan, but they brought it. They overcame a 25-point deficit in the second half.
Yes, they did.
And brought it to overtime. At that point, I got to cheer for you, Iowa. Also, whitest team on the court. By far.
True.
Their big man is a good player.
Yeah.
I understand, Lap, there's some tension between you and Iowa.
That's not Lap, that's...
Oh, I'm sorry. Hukum-Blag. I'm sorry for the tension. But when you overcome a 25-point deficit, you deserve my respect.
True.
They were playing strong.
Whoa.
They were they were getting down low to their big man. They were playing really, really solid. Right? Brought it to OT.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what happens, what I was talking about, what happens to 16 seeds. But they were antsy.
Yeah.
They were like, we just overcame this. They come into overtime, they're hucking up shots.
Hooking up shots.
They're not going in. They're just, if they stick to that game plan, they could beat Tennessee in overtime. They just completely broke down their game plan, threw up like 3 bad threes. Tennessee converted, and it was over like that.
Yeah.
It was really hard to watch. But at the same time, I mean, Tennessee, they were up by 25. Tennessee did deserve to lose that game, though, for blowing a 25-point deficit.
It's fair.
Who else here?
Avi says that's KKK country. All right, let's chill out, bro.
I don't think it's that far south.
I'm pretty sure it's fine there.
Yeah. I drive through it quite often. Wolford versus Kentucky.
Wolford.
It
has a woofer.
Oh. Lab says Iowa City is the city for sluts. I'd love to go. Trip? You and me, Gates?
No, good.
I can't remember this Wolford game.
Wofford.
Is it Wofford?
I have no idea.
Wolford?
I was like saying Wooford.
It was a close game, though.
Who'd they play?
Super bar heavy. They played Kentucky.
I know. I was just trying to figure out what side they were on. No, they didn't. They played Seton Hall.
Second round, they played Kentucky.
Oh, I thought you were talking about first round.
No, we're on second round. Houston won. So, I mean, the biggest game. Second round was blowouts, pretty much.
Not this game. This game only lost by 6.
Wolford. Okay, the majority were blowouts. Oklahoma put up a fight. I shouldn't say blowouts, but they weren't all that close, a lot of them. Anyways, Duke versus UCF. Man, oh man.
What a game.
What a game. In my eyes, that game shows me somebody can take down Duke. And I know we've had this conversation, but UCF, they lost by a little overpowered tipping.
Over what?
Little overpowered tipping. It was that close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Aubrey Dawkins was amazing this game.
So, actually...
Which is cool because his dad was an assistant coach for the longest time on Duke.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So, coach for UCF. He also played for Duke.
Yeah.
And Aubrey, so, a coach for UCF, played for Duke under Coach K, then coached beneath him. So, Aubrey, the player, was, for UCF right now, was a ball boy for Duke for like 10 years. So, they were huge Duke fans. And huge Coach K, obviously. And they come in, and Aubrey is the kid who goes for the last shot and just overpowers the tip-in a little bit.
Just a bit.
He also had a dunk at around 2 minutes that could have been... Duke then came down and hit a three. He missed a dunk. Duke came down, hit a three, turned the tables a little bit. Granted, it was still a very close game.
Yeah.
But he gets that dunk, I think, energy swaying towards UCF a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that game just shows that somebody can take down Duke, because I was watching the highlights. Duke was up by half, or Duke was up by 8 at half.
Yeah.
And UCF's best player was not in. Taco Fall was not in for the last 12 minutes of the first half because of foul trouble.
Yeah.
Which also is exactly like everybody knew that if all Taco had to do was not get in foul trouble.
Yeah, that was it.
That was his job, was to not get into foul trouble.
Yeah.
I had 2 fouls early. They had to pull him.
I always forget in the college, it's not 6, it's 5.
It's 5.
So
It's like we used to play.
So 2 is like the... Okay, you gotta come out now.
Especially early in the first half.
Yeah.
Like, 3 at half is dangerous. So, I mean...
Especially if you're a center.
Especially if you're a center going against Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to pick up a few. So, I mean, UCF definitely... Aubrey Dawkins played really well, but they definitely, they played Duke well.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even without Taco. Second half comes in, Taco's back in, and honestly, I was watching it, and I was thinking, okay, so Taco's there for rebounds and stuff like that. But Taco wasn't even out rebounding Zion. He was out rebounding, RJ Barrett and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, everybody's like, oh, the people who beat Duke will be the people who slow Zion down. Well, this also shows me that, if you win rebounds, which I think a team like who they play next, Vatech, can win rebounds.
Yeah.
Vatech's they've been my team since the beginning of the season. They're a very good defensive team. They play very strong and they turn it into offense.
Yeah.
So if you can out rebound, yes, you still have to slow Zion down.
Well, you just need someone to keep up with Zion, because if in this game, the reason Dawkins had 32, so did Zion.
Yeah.
If you have someone that evens out Zion like that, then you just need to hope your other players can outscore the other players like Duke.
Exactly. So, I mean, everybody was like, oh, Taco Fall is going to be the reason that they win, but it wasn't. It was Aubrey Dawkins that kept them in that game. 100%.
But Taco's 7'6", so I went into it saying Taco.
Oh, I did too. I 100% said Taco Fall is the guy that's going to take down Zion. And it actually turned out that Aubrey Dawkins was the guy who kept them in that game.
Yeah.
Which, that's why I think another team can win it. Because I know that there are players on Vatech, or even if they, get down to it and play, so it's Michigan State versus LSU. I think Michigan State could beat Duke if they both went.
Definitely could.
North Carolina has beat Duke if we go, all the way to the finals.
Yeah.
That
would be a fun game to watch, because UNC's won 2, but Duke won the other one.
Yeah. It'd be a good... I'm a huge UNC fan.
Duke just shot crap this game, because they shot a 4.48 field goal percentage, which isn't terrible. But UCF,
which is funny because it was actually one of their better 3-point shooting games in the...
I know, they shot 400, and it was actually their best... But they can't allow another team to shoot 500 from a 3-point line. That's terrible. You can't allow that.
So, for Duke, you have to keep that 3-point percentage up or higher, which is not easy for them to do.
Or just stop the other team from shooting 3-pointers.
Well, even then. Yeah. Even if you... you can keep a team to 3... I don't know what Duke's percentage has been, but you can keep a team to 300. Duke hasn't been shooting that well.
Yeah.
So if they're at 300 and a team's shooting 300 from 3 as well, then it's going to be an even game.
Yeah.
So that was a struggle for Duke.
Yeah, their percentage is just 300, which is a normal 3-point percentage.
I will say, I think if Taco falls in at the end of that game, it's a different game.
It would have been... Yeah, he would have gotten that rebound that would have put Duke up.
Yeah. So, because I was like, oh, he would have got that rebound and got what Aubrey got, but my dad made a good point. You wouldn't have Taco in at the end of the game because he's such a bad free throw shooter. But he would have had the rebound. And
he would've
actually,
done it.
as big of a game as Aubrey Dawkins had, he got real jittery at the end.
Yep.
And he did what no rebounder should, and instead of boxing out, he went towards the hoop, and it bounced back behind him.
Yeah.
He ended up underneath the hoop, which it just is not. You're not going to get a rebound
Yeah.
if you're underneath the hoop, unless it's a made ball. So I think that might change it. And honestly, that's what I saw at the end of that game was Duke had some very clutch rebounds.
They did. Zion had 11 rebounds that game.
Yeah.
Looking ahead at that Virginia Tech though game is Duke's average points per game is 83 something, while Vatek only has 73. So if
Yeah, but what's Vatek's average points against?
that's not a stat.
I'd be interested to know that stat because Vatek's got a good defense.
That's not a stat. Bum, 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 bum.
And I think they have a defense that could stop him.
Sweet 16 prediction from the simulator.
LV said on ESPN it is a stat. I mean, I'm sure it is a stat, just not on this app. So I'm sure we could find it, but I'm going to Google it really quick.
Liberty, Vance, Duke.
Liberty, Liberty. Virginia Tech, basketball. Points against. The Hokies. Wow, No, I don't want personal. I want team stats. It's not going to show me team stats. Yeah, it's not going to show me team stats. And I don't know that team well enough, like player by player, but I have watched them play, and I think they got a really solid defense that could stop them. And if not them, I know Michigan State has a solid enough defense to stop them.
Yeah.
And a good enough shooting core to stop them. Or to match Zion.
I'm just a big Duke fan. I think they're going to win it all.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't like Duke because I'm a UNC fan. But even in like the past years, I have looked at it objectively and said, this is the year they're going to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vatek points against average is 55. Duke, it is 69. See, that's the bigger stat in my book.
With Zion averaging higher 28s, I don't know. It'll be a good game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of my thing is like, objectively, I will say, Duke, like last year, I was like, I think Duke's got a good chance this whole charade. Even before the tournament, I said, as much as I hate Duke, I think Duke's, like, I don't know who's going to stop Duke. I think Duke's going to win it.
Yeah.
And then I watch a game like that, and my entire perspective changed. I don't think it's going to happen. Which is actually, it's one of the reasons I don't fill out brackets. It's the same reason I don't play, it's the same reason I don't play fantasy football.
Yeah.
I like certain teams, and I don't like certain teams.
Yeah.
And I would have put Duke going far in this tournament.
Yeah.
But I don't want to root for Duke.
Yeah.
And if I put them going far, I have to root for them because I want my bracket to be good.
Yeah.
So that's just like everybody asks me like, oh, do you fill out a bracket, or hey, why don't you play fantasy football? Because I'd rather just watch it and cheer for the teams I want to, instead of like, should I pick up Tom Brady if he's open? Yes, but I don't want to cheer for the Patriots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I would enjoy it less. Hence why, so I don't have a bracket. I'm just looking at somebody else's right now. LV said, if Vatek can restrict the amount of steals and turnovers, they could win. But if they give up the ball more than 7 times, they will lose. Absolutely. I mean, turnovers are probably the most influential stat there is. Wow.
Oh my god.
I mean, you look at games. Iowa's comeback on Tennessee. Tennessee had 10 turnovers to Iowa's 1. No wonder they came back.
Yeah.
And then Iowa started to turn it over more, and things happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, turnover stats, unless you're playing a team who can't convert the turnover, then you're lucky.
Yeah.
But most teams at this stage, and most good college basketball teams, are going to convert turnovers. Exactly. And it's exactly what UC Irvine did against K-State. Like I said, they were scrappy. They got a bunch of turnovers, made K-State foul, and they capitalized.
Yeah.
And it's hard to beat that. If you're going to give the ball to them and give them more chances than you have, you can't expect to win. So I agree. If they have more than 7, it's a done game. Because Duke will capitalize. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I said at the end of the UCF game. He makes that dunk, they got to slow it down. They took that dunk and made it their game by hitting a 3.
Yeah.
In a quick transition. So, it'll be a good game. I hope I don't... Wait, is it this weekend?
I think so.
Oh, I don't work it. Heck yeah, I'll be able to watch it.
Unless we go disc golfing during it.
What time is the game?
Uh-oh.
Is it on here?
Did we even say what time we're going disc golfing on Saturday?
5-ish.
Well, that's right in the prime time of when games happen. Especially if we go to Bethel.
We're not on a Saturday.
Well, the later games are the better ones, usually.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like at this point, all the games are... I don't know, maybe it is. I have a church thing Saturday afternoon anyway, so I'll probably miss the game regardless.
Friday, March 29th.
So it's Friday.
Apparently.
So I have nothing. Dope.
It's on the CBS.
I'm going to smoke you fools in Frolf. Probably. I think I'm going to play this one left-handed.
Catch me at Plymouth beforehand, though. I'm definitely going to Plymouth before we go to Bethel.
Is Bethel hard?
No, I just haven't thrown a disc in like...
I haven't either, which is kind of why I want to throw lefty, because I'm going to have to play lefty this summer if I get surgery.
Yeah.
So I might as well start, right?
That's why I want to go to Plymouth first. I want to go to Plymouth, like, before, so I know.
See, Plymouth isn't great for me getting my throw down, because I'll have a good throw, and it'll hit some random tree, and then I get upset, and I'm like, damn it! But it was, in reality, a good throw.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean?
It hit a tree.
But it hit a tree, so then in my mind, I'm like, ugh! So Plymouth, what messes with my mind too much to be like my practice course? I actually struggle with Plymouth.
There's no good practice course.
Elm Creek I at least like because it's open. Like, yeah, I might not score well, but I can tell if my throws are good.
Also, like, I'm pretty sure there's still snow there too.
Probably.
That was a hefty bite.
That was really good. It was the bacon and the Bravo that got me. Gates doesn't like that my sandwich is called a bacon turkey Bravo, and he says that's the reason he doesn't go to Panera. Hey, Fonda, we love that.
Love when you're back. I just use, because I am, like, when I know, like, open areas, like, if Bethel has open areas, like, if I throw a bad throw there, I'm like, well, I suck. But, like, I more care about, like, the tactical throws where you're like, all right, fuck, I'm between 2 trees. It's over there. We got to throw it, like, right here. Flick.
See, I'll worry about the tactical throws once I get the wide open throws down.
Like, well, the thing is, if it's open, like, if I land, like, 30 feet off that way, like, I'm like, okay, well, I can just throw it back because there's no, like, like, open area.
It's kind of like, for me, I need to get my drives down in real golf before I go to the sand and start practicing, like, my chip-ins.
Yeah.
It's kind of that situation. Like, yeah, I can hit it into the rough off the left side of the drive and be like, oh, it went far.
Yeah.
But I'd rather make sure it's going straight before I go and, like, practice my chip-ins out of the beach.
Fair.
Because I'm going to be in those situations more than I will trying to have to thread a needle in a tree.
Yeah.
Because I just don't play Plymouth that much.
I've both those sports. I'm just way better in short game and like things like I could care less about my drives. I just want to get close range and just chip it onto the green.
See, I want to get there. My drives are just bad.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're talking about something else. They're talking about the Fortnite ranked system, and I have no idea anything about it. I'm kind of bummed, dude. like, I was really looking for... Now, granted, I don't know if I'm going to have surgery. It's definitely a... If I go in on Monday to talk to him, but that's why I had the MRI, obviously. So...
Okay, first off,
I guess...
there is... Hook'em blank. What is that there?
What do you mean?
Is that not the... That's not the right there. That's possessive. That's like their prizes, like your prize, like you...
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're on you now!
But yeah, I'm kind of going to be bummed if I miss golf season. For all if I can just, like, throw left-handed, because I am not really good anyways. So at least, like, I get mad at Frolf right now when I don't play well, even though I'm bad. I do the same thing at golf. Like, I don't put in the time, so I can't expect to be good, but I do.
Is it supposed to be nice out tomorrow?
I don't know. It was supposed to...
I mean, it's 65 out today, so...
You're right. I walked out in a short-sleeve shirt today.
Still wearing jeans and a sweatshirt.
I mean, I respect it, but, oh, God, it felt so good.
But, yeah, no, disc golf will be fun. I'm going to enjoy playing it. That's why, like, before I want to go to Plymouth before I go to Bethel.
Yeah.
Just so I can throw a fucking disc.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like playing Plymouth. Like, it's a fun course.
There's only one hole I fucking hate. It's the one at the top of the hill where you have to throw down. The one where you have the stairs down, you have to throw down the hill.
See, I don't hate that. I just always play it bad.
Mine just goes left.
I feel like the one...
There's the water.
My least favorite hole... I'm trying to think. Oh, you know which one I play bad every time? It's one of the new ones.
The one
the
that
OB.
dog legs, right? Oh,
I
the
always get,
short OB one where literally all you have to do is just throw it up there.
I always get it in the OB, and then I take 4 to putt for some reason.
Oh my god, you did that twice.
Every single time. Every single time I play. Lap, I'm not like... It's a fun course, and it's nice and short, but like if I'm going to go play disc golf, I would much rather play an Elm or something like that, or one of the nicer courses, just because it does rely a lot on like, oh, it bounced off a tree right.
Yeah.
And I never get good bounces. And I bend my discs, so... I'll play. It's a good winter one. I like it in the winter.
Plymouth?
Yeah, because you don't hit as many leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I hit a twig, but it's less detrimental.
Yeah.
Also, you don't go in water as much, which is also a reason I don't love Plymouth, because I find the river quite often. Unless like last winter when I fell in, and then Liam hit me.
What?
Remember when it was me, you, JT, and Liam?
Yes.
Think about that. Me, you, JT, and Liam.
What a squad right there.
Top 5, for sure.
I don't like... I'd rather like go like fetch a disc out of water than go tunneling through a jungle of no path like trees.
Oh.
Like
sure.
Elm, like that's what it is. Like if you throw it into the woods, you're like searching and like scratching leaves.
Not
and
a
stuff.
couple holes.
Well, because like
most of the holes are open.
The dogleg right, which is hole 1,
4,
2, 3. Yeah, that one.
No, 3.
Nope, 4.
Oh, there is that bottom one. Yeah, 4. Okay.
I just always go either into the pond on your right trees, or I throw it over into the top left, or like straight ahead.
Yeah.
And then the hole, even after 4, 5, I can't do that hole. I like just get stuck in trees, and either my shoes are muddy by the end, or I'm just scraped up.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. See, I feel like I have that same experience with Plymouth, though. Because I'll hit a tree, and I'll be, like, underneath a tree with leaves and stuff, and I get scraped up just as much.
No, yeah.
Same thing happens at,
oh, you know where I want to play? The Coon Rapids course.
Same thing happens at BRP all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to play BRP, but it's
I
so
love
much fun.
BRP.
It's so long.
I'd love to go right down here. I've never played that course. The other 3
Brian Lake?
I've never played
The
it.
one where I got a $40 ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that guy.
It's really close. I literally have never played it, though.
It's really fun.
These guys are going off about this, and I have no idea what it is.
Actually, yeah, Brian Lake is a really like good course, actually. But you actually either need to have like the
pass.
$60 pass or pay actually.
How much is it just to play one?
Like $6.50. It's stupid. $6.50. You expect me to have quarters on me?
Yeah, why don't they just make it 7?
And I'm not gonna go walk to the frickin' head desk area to be like, can I get quarters out of this dollar?
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Because you can't just like put in like a 10 and then get money back. You have to literally like put in the exact amount and then rip it off and put it in.
Yeah.
I gotta pee.
Well,
The ERP's fun. I wish I could drink because then I'd stop at that bar halfway through that corner.
one more year when we can. While Gates goes to the bathroom, just wanted to thank everybody who's in chat right now. If it's your first time, love having you here. If you're enjoying the podcast, please drop a follow. Just click that heart button. And would love to see you back soon and in the chat talking to us. If you're just here watching, one time only deal, we appreciate you for that as well. We also have our personal accounts. If I could get Hukum Blag to put those in the chat, along with our YouTube and our Discord. We post this to YouTube every Wednesday night after we record it, obviously, so you can watch it back. And so there, thank you. Those are our personal accounts. We play a lot of video games and stuff, and we actually kind of have this group that we call Dova Gaming, and it's us and our other friends, and we're just trying to grow kind of as online entertainers, as a group, and as kind of an organization. And it's very much at the beginning, but we'd appreciate the support. Also, below us are our Twitter names. Mine is at Dova Palms, Caleb's at Dova Ghost, and then Dova Gaming 1 is the actual organization Twitter. So if you could go follow us there, we tweet about our streams and tweet about other fun stuff coming up. And there's a lot more coming up. We're still on the bases, but like I said, I'm going to start vlogging once I go out to California for the weekend, and then hopefully on from there. And so there's a lot in store. So if you guys are supporting, if you guys are here, we'd love for you to stick around and be a part of it, and we really appreciate it. Do you like my bacon turkey brava? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and throw this away. I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, Fonda, come frothing.
So while he's gone, I'm just going to tell you guys to follow. I thought that was funny.
I'm really happy for you.
All right, wait, what day are we going frothing?
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, Fonda, come frothing. It would be a great time if you came frothing. I could actually be better than you at something. Trying to... Thought we were going on Saturday. We are. That's where I'm confused. I gotta wait for him to get back down here, because literally the text says Saturday, but then we also said Sunday too. Y'all wanna go follow my Twitter account? Thanks. Yeah, Bubba said Saturday, so I don't know what the plan is now. I'm actually confused. Because, I mean, I'll go both days, honestly, but... Name page. Palmer,
What's up?
the text say Saturday.
Oh, you're right. It is Saturday.
And Sunday, I think. Bubba wanted to go
Bubba
both
wanted to
days.
go Sunday. I can't Sunday, but we are going Saturday.
That's why we were confused here. Legos thought we were going Saturday, and that's why I was like, wait, gotta check.
Well, because he said come for all for the boys on Sunday.
Oh,
So unless he's talking about
how are you
Sunday
confusing
and
yourself?
then Saturday. That's why I said Sunday. Because Lap put it in the chat as Sunday.
Lap. Okay, cool.
Lap, that's on you. I'm going to be honest
that's
here.
Brilliant.
That's not on us.
That's why the Hookum brothers aren't, or Hookum clones aren't mods in this chat.
Oh, yeah, they are clones. They're not brothers.
Nope.
Oh. Anything fun happened while I was gone?
I looked at my text messages, texted my dad. So he said, are we on the same page? I go, yep. And he goes, fraud protection? I go, fraud protection.
course.
You know the commercial?
No.
It's like a Allstate commercial or something like that. It's an insurance commercial, and the guy's asking.
Yes, you did. It says come frolic with the boys on Sunday. It's right above the follow command.
There's a commercial, and the guy's asking if there's frog protection because he has a pet frog, and the guy goes fraud protection. He goes fraud protection.
Oh,
Fraud
I haven't
protection.
seen that one actually.
Yes, Fonda.
Yeah, Fonda.
Get on him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, did you see that video of Ocho Cinco like thinking his neck was broken?
No. What?
He was at a chiropractor, and you know how they snap their neck?
Yeah.
Also, that's the weird... Okay, I love the chiropractor, but you pretty much sit in that chair, and all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. All right, I'll see you next week. Like, that's pretty much what the chiropractor is for me. But Ocho Cinco, like, the chiropractor cracked his neck, and he's sitting here, and all of a sudden he hears, and he goes, oh! And he, like, panics and, like, does this. And, like, and the guy, like, hugs him. He's like, oh, shit. Like, he thought he was dead. He thought he broke his neck. It was so funny. And I was like,
Wait.
what a man.
Lap. Oh, neck. Thought you meant the group chat.
Okay,
I'm confused now. The group chat.
now
said
you've
Saturday.
confused yourself and us.
Okay.
Did you say the group chat when I was gone?
No, because he said, thought we were going on Saturday, and that's where I was like, oh wait, yeah, I thought we were going on Saturday. Looked at the group chat, which says Saturday,
But he said Sunday.
but that was our first plan, was going Sunday disc golfing with Bubba after his game.
Yeah.
So I'm confused now, because I think Bubba wanted to go to Plymouth on Sunday. I don't know.
I don't know. Dude, I keep just looking at myself and I realize I really need to trim the beard.
It's really ginger in that.
The beard is getting out of... Yeah, I got a little ginger in me.
We are going Saturday.
Okay,
yes.
we're going Saturday. We're going golfing on Saturday. Good Lord.
Are we like carpooling to Bethel? Are you like?
Yeah, can we? Can I come out to MG and carpool with you guys?
I'm not driving. Me have no vehicle.
Oh, my mom just sent that.
You drive. Who's you? You.
Me? I don't have a car that fits more than 2 people, so... Lap, you want to go?
What's Jen doing on the... excuse you.
Stingiest
Who
goddamn
drives you
person
home?
on this
You
earth.
drive down, but who drives you home and lets you have a good time?
I mean,
Also-
I'd prefer to carpool, but my car doesn't fit more than 2.
It isn't like me
So.
being stingy. It's
Oops.
my dad being stingy.
Sorry about it. Lap does have the van.
I don't want to sit in the shaggin' wagon.
Why don't you want to sit in the shaggin' wagon?
Oh my God.
Stingy! Stingy! I'm
Get
with
it.
you now, Lap.
I get it from my dad.
I get it. Yeah.
What's Jen doing on a Saturday?
They're going... They're going to an event.
Don't pimp out my car. I have the Malibu.
Okay, that works. They have an event right now, and also you can't talk to me about getting a bigger car because you have the biggest car as a Durango, so then you should drive.
It's
in
not
that
my
sense.
car.
Well, Jen's car isn't my car.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the plan is here.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If I drive, I'm taking the truck, so I can't carpool. Unless one of you is willing to sit in the back of the truck. Which I know you're not.
I had to do that senior year, and I'm just sitting here like this.
That's the thing, is like there's so much more room than that back there. And also Lap's taller, so I would put you back there.
Exactly. Lap, just drive the Malibu. Get
in the truck! LV.
The thing is like,
We're out of control.
I like can drive to things like work, gas station, Cub, and here on Wednesdays. Other than that, I can't drive those
You guys,
cars.
so you don't drive your truck?
Nope, because it's my sister's truck.
So you don't have a car.
Technically, no, not right
But your
now.
sister who just started driving has a car.
Yep.
I'm really confused by that.
It's my grandpa's truck, so they wanted to give it to her.
Okay.
So they don't want me driving it right now because they want it to last for her through high school. So my dad wants to give me the Durango, but my dad has to start going to work now, and he doesn't have a car to drive yet. So he drives to Durango.
So you're not gonna get a car for a while, is what you're telling me.
Well, he's been looking at a car, but you know how my dad is with looking at cars.
That's what I mean. You won't get a car for a while
Yeah.
because Justin will be looking at a car for.
Well, think of it
months.
like this: he wants under like $50,000 car or a 50,000 mile car, like a 2015 and above for under like 15 grand.
That's impossible.
Exactly.
That's impossible.
My dad hasn't spent over 20 grand on a car ever.
Happy for him.
Actually, just did.
his expectations are a little too high.
That's just how my dad is. Like
Well,
we go to
sure.
Best Buy, we don't buy anything there for full price. My dad will sit there for hours and arguing with the person to give him like $100 off TV, and if they don't, he leaves.
See, that's just oh god, that's such a waste of my time. I couldn't do it.
And then he'll go back the next day and do the same thing until they will give him it.
LV said, "Tell me the make and model you would want, and I can find you in 10 minutes." Not with that. Not
No.
with not with above a 2015 with under 50,000.
But no,
That's
wait, hold on,
that's
hold
not
on,
the
hold on.
hardest part.
No.
The hardest part is finding it for under 15 grand.
No, the thing that's hard is you can find him a car, but is it the right brand too?
Yeah.
My dad will not drive anything other than
Have 161708. What is up,
he will not drive anything other than a Dodge or a Jeep or a Chrysler.
dude? You're gonna have such a hard time finding it then. Yeah, Lap or Huckam, excuse me. Would hate to deal with Justin. Also, that just sounds like a waste of my time if I'm gonna sit there and argue with him and then not buy it. Like, I get the whole bartering thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go against that. But slugs are a homeless snail.
That's a good point.
Holy crap.
Some 18 round for 18,000 only had 37,000 miles. Yeah, but does it have a title? Does it have any kind of accident stuff on it? If it literally
Hold
has,
up. I'm still on this slugs are homeless snails.
oh,
Have just blew my mind. Because they don't have a shell.
yeah, they're just
And
slugs.
snails live in shells.
And look what you've done.
What? That's so sad. Do you know how snails mate?
No, I don't want to know.
No, you do. It's kind of cool.
Oh no.
So snails are oh god, why can't I think of? They're hermaphrodites. So they have both reproductive organs.
Yeah.
The snails then, how they mate is they shoot this basically saliva
Yeah.
at the other snail and it sticks to them. It
Yeah.
punctures them, right? And sometimes the other snail just dies. But if one snail shoots it at another snail and he lives, and that snail shoots the other snail and he lives, then they mate. So you could be like, oh, she's cute, and spit at her and she just falls, drops dead, and you're like,
Damn.
oh,
Tough.
guess not that one.
Tough.
Or you could spit at someone and she latches on, she's like, yeah, and then she's like, and spits back at you and you just drop dead. I was like, what? Have. Yes, you may.
Not for me.
Give us a family-friendly deal. But I was like, and then they both carry the babies because they both have both reproductive organs. So then they mate and both carry the babies. That's why there's so many snails. What?
Are you at Rush right now, Lap? Quick bite at Rush, Caleb? Or you want to meet there and eat?
Also have, yes, we will do a family-friendly dare if you drop us a follow.
Oh!
That's the rules. I'll do one if there's a follow involved. Oh. I have 10k bits to donate.
Well, that'd be nice, but we
That
can't
would
take
be nice.
bits.
So what do we have to do? We can't take bits.
It's a sad day when we're not affiliates and bits don't matter to us.
I know. We'll take a follow though. I don't want to click on that YouTube link. I know that's probably not even the dare part. Mr. Beast one, we will take the dare though for a follow. Should I click on it? Well, not on this actually. I'll go. Oh, it won't pop up. Here we go. Here we go. I'm clicking on it. Oh nope.
Oh, you got a virus now.
Thank you.
I don't want to watch a 4-minute video.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Thank you though for the follow. No, we're not affiliate yet.
So you gotta follow us so we can be. I think
on the
we
grind.
just hit 40 followers with Have.
I think Have was our 40th. We're 10 away. I think.
Yeah.
We're close.
No, I checked before. We are. We're at
Oh,
40.
okay. So we're grinding.
We're at the same as you.
But Mr. Beast 1, we'd love if you then came back
You follow, then come back with
once
bits.
we're affiliates with
Or
bits.
just go give me bits at this, because I'm affiliate.
Just watch it until 10
Can
seconds.
we watch it like after?
No, that's part of the dare is we have to watch it on here. It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can't be that bad.
I'm not trying to get jump scared or anything. And get like.
What? Oh.
Why are we watching this?
You guys can't even see what we're watching, too. That's the funny part.
Please throw it at the baby.
What?
What are we at for time wise here?
35 seconds.
Damn it!
We're gonna get jump scared for sure, I feel like.
I'm just sitting back so I don't jump, so I can't get clickbaited.
I'm scared what's gonna be at that they're then gonna clickbait us at 110.
You can highlight over the time like on the line and then see. Keep going. I'm nervous after that. Alright, it's fine.
Well, you don't know what the sound is though. Wait,
Jesus!
okay.
I guess we watched it till 110.
We watched it to 110.
I respect that video apparently.
That was funny.
We could always just make another scene of just this and then you could put like a browser capture.
Well, we've never been given a dare like that, so in the future we can. But we weren't prepared for
Why
this.
did we watch that?
We weren't prepared for your dare.
Don't pimp out my collar.
I don't know. I mean,
That video is funny.
I don't know what just happened. I was expecting so much more. I was expecting a jump scare.
I was expecting someone to clip something.
Same. Maybe we didn't do it right.
Oh well.
Okay. Happens.
Well. That's fun.
Oh my God.
Mr. Beast though. Just donate here. Give me bits.
Give me bits. Yeah, I'm not even affiliate on my personal account either. I can't beg for bits.
From the you can just beg for the $100 that 10,000 bits is.
That's fair.
I'm
I'm
a
a
J70.
J70.
Did Jen Krause just make another account?
I think Jen Krause just made another account and followed us. I'm a J70. Thank you for the follow.
My God, Jen, yes!
We just got a sec. She has an account. I made her one.
She couldn't remember the login?
Probably. Also, Gates' lap got the banana skin.
Yeah, we were grinding for it last night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably the coolest skin in the video game. For sure, I'd run it exclusively.
Yeah, same, actually. I would too. You know, I had a bad night on Fortnite last night.
What happened? Talk to me about it.
I killed Lap.
Oh.
Well,
that's pretty bad.
I see a drop coming down a tree, so I'm like, there's a drop here. I'm going to cut it down real quick.
Sure.
Lap jump pads or riffs onto the tree, waiting for this drop.
Okay.
I then don't know he's up there.
Okay.
I knock the tree down, and he dies.
I'm gonna say that one's on you.
How is that on me?
It's on you.
I literally said there's a drop here, and I was cutting down trees. He just decides to come down and try to take the drop.
That's on you.
It's not me. I stuck the res after he downed again, and then Rift to go saved his life, and he choked and lost us the game.
Okay. Does your shoulder hurt from patting yourself on the back, buddy?
No, it was my left shoulder on my right. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
fine.
you're good. You're fine. Are you going to the Augsburg game?
I don't know. Again, don't have a car, really, to drive down there.
Oh, you didn't talk to your parents about it?
I did. Don't have a car.
How'd you get here?
I have a car, but they're like, you can't take it anywhere else. You can just drive. It literally is like, I'm 16.
Oh, so then that sounds like you aren't going to the game.
Because
pretty much sounds like a simple no answer if you don't have a way
I would have
to
to
get
go
there.
back to my house and then like try to convince them to give me the 2019 Jeep that we have now,
Yeah, you're not going to the game.
and to go down there then after there.
Honestly, at that point, it's not worth it because you're back in MG.
Like, I'm gonna do anything else.
Well, okay, fair, but
Like I'm gonna just get on.
I feel like it
Xbox.
would be a hard convincer for how like strict your parents are on that to say, hey, I just wasted more gas to come back up here, so now can I take your car all the way to the U to then waste more gas there and back?
I mean, I pay for it.
I wouldn't lead with that.
Fair. I wouldn't lead with that either, but they'd just make me pay for the gas.
Yeah, at that point, I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't go. I wish I could go tonight, dude. I wish I could go watch Bubba. I'll make it to a different game. He's got plenty of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, the season hasn't really started yet.
Yeah, exactly. This is a home opener.
Gets,
Although he probably will pitch tonight, which is kind of a bummer. But
yeah. I also wouldn't want to... Okay, so if we left now, like if we ended now and I left, I wouldn't get down there till like 5:30 probably. Or
it would not take you in
hold on.
Think 2 hours.
We get out of here. Oh, we stopped the stream. I don't leave right away anyway. So 394 is packed right now. So by the time I get through that, get downtown, and like park by the Marshall, it's like 5:15.
You could easily take 55 instead of 394.
But I have to go slower.
You'd get down there in 20 minutes. Yeah, but you wouldn't go slower. You would get there faster.
Okay, I guess I could take 55. And then I'd have to park by the Marshall and then walk to the stadium.
Sure. Still don't think it would take you till 5:30.
No, but to get to the stadium or just to get down there?
To get to the stadium. Look at Palmer acting like he knows roads. I do know roads when I work downtown and I drive it every single day, and if 394 is packed from my house, I take 55, and it takes me 25 minutes, even with the stoplights. So, that section, I do know.
Well, it takes me like 20 minutes to just get home, like if I left now anyway.
Well, yeah. Heavy!
85-14.
Heavy with the follow! We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen.
When DeAndre just tweets, I'm about to run this Fortnite rank scene.
Watch out. Hey,
Okay.
Heavy 85-14. Huge follow. Love that.
Well,
he didn't even put the heavy D in. I love that there's no D's, just heavy now.
The
Makes me so happy.
Because that's all you say. You say heavy.
Yeah, I call him heavy. It's the best.
Oh my god. I love it.
Because heavy D's 2 syllables is too much. Although heavy's 2, so it's 3 syllables, 2. You gotta keep it to 2. If I slur, I can make a 1. Hey, heavy.
Dear God.
Heavy. It's technically heavy.
Still 2.
Heavy.
The Y makes it 2.
Okay, I'll call him Hev.
Hev.
If you put it, a grunt doesn't count as a syllable, so it's just Hev.
Oh my God.
Oh, speaking of, it's already 3:46.
Hold
It
on.
might be time to run towards the end of it.
To just screw these people and just end it.
I wouldn't say that.
We have 42 followers now.
I appreciate the people in here. 7
Or
viewers
41?
for most of the day.
Maybe the other person unfollowed us already. That'd be sad.
That wouldn't be good.
Okay. Yeah, I
We
think
calling
it's,
it?
I think it's time. We
All
had
right.
our madness of March and complete utterness.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
Follow me here. Follow
everyone
him there.
tuning in,
Follow this Twitter.
thank you for tuning in. If you're a first timer and want to see more, please drop the follow. We do it every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I like how I actually got the pointing right.
You did get the pointing right. We also post it on our YouTube. If you want to drop that in the chat. And we post it. I'll post it tonight, every Wednesday night, after, so that you can watch it. And also, all of our previous podcasts are there if you'd like to watch those. So that's our schedule. Thank you for that. We also have our personal accounts, which are twitch.tv/
Which are basically just these.
Dova Palms and twitch.tv/ Dova Ghost. And we stream games and stream. We stream games and other fun stuff. And we have a group of friends that we like to call Dova Gaming.
Oh my God.
And
Love when 16-year-old
Tuesday
and
from Costa Rica, my man.
Ginge, your story this morning was beautiful.
Ginge, it'll be on YouTube. You can watch
Oh
it
no,
there.
I missed the show.
And then you can text me all of the problems. Well, not the problems, but I'd love to hear your opinion. Because we were talking about March Madness, so I actually would love to hear Ginger's opinion.
Oh no.
But
I
anyways,
missed the show.
Thank you for tuning in. We will
Hook'em Blag is on something else.
see you next week.
Peace out.